What's good, everybody? This your boy EJ the DJ, and I'm back with some more Atlanta Hawks news, man. I haven't did no Atlanta Hawks news in a minute, and it felt kind of weird to say because I just been doing a lot of Atlanta Falcons news. Um, but I got some Atlanta Hawks news today. According to NBA Central or the Dunk Central on Twitter, Atlanta wants to find a third team to take on D'Angelo Russell in order to complete a Dejounte Murray trade with the Lakers per Shams. It's centered around D'Angelo Russell, a 2029 first round pick, and a pick swap. And Shams said he was told the holdup was that Atlanta wanted to find a third team for D'Angelo Russell. So I'm gonna be one of this. That's why I'm glad I'm being consistent with my channel. Because now I can go back and backtrack and y'all can, follow along with the things that I say and what I'm saying. But I've been saying for a while, like that Dejounte Murray trade that the Hawks did was not a good trade at all. And not saying that Dejounte is a bad player, because Dejounte is a good player, but I just thought that his fit along with Trae Young wasn't a good fit, because Dejounte is not your typical shooting guard. Dejounte is a pure point guard, and he can shoot the three, but I just feel like he's so much better with the ball in his hands, as well as Trae Young. The only way I thought that this duo would be successful is if Trae Young was going to play more and more off ball, kind of towards like on a Steph Curry role, where he's just moving, and continues moving without the ball, and Dejounte having the ball in his hand. That's just kind of how I thought that how it was going to work. And it hasn't necessarily been that, sort of say. Not saying that Trae hasn't played off ball, because he does, but not as much as I thought that it would have happened with Dejounte Murray. So I also wasn't a fan of this trade, because giving up 3 first-round picks for Dejounte Murray, it was kind of a steep price. And as you can see, like, if this is the trade that they're looking at, we're talking about a 2029 first-round pick. And maybe we might get a player back, but it seems like the Hawks are trying to get some picks or a pick to retain some of those picks that they had given the Spurs when they traded for Dejounte Murray. It's just hard, man. It's hard being a Hawks fan, because I've always said, like, it's always seemed like the Hawks have been in a middle of the road team for forever. Like, man, since I was a kid, it's like, it seems like the Hawks have always been in the middle of the road team. Like, they've always had a team that was good, but they weren't always good enough to, to win or feel confident in them going to the championship or winning the championship. That's what I mean, like in the middle to the road team. Or they just never made that trade to propel the Hawks over the top to make them, they got a good solid core, but they didn't get that star player that they needed to take their team, to the next level. So for me, it's like, dang, it's like, how long are we going to be a middle of the road team? It kind of seems like they're going to start over, because this roster that we have with the Hawks right now is terrible. Like the other night, man, Saddiq Bey was 0 for 12, okay? And I like, when we picked up Saddiq, but Saddiq is not and he's having to start now because DeAndre Hunter has been hurt. So with this, and it's coming down to, how long is Trae Young willing to rebuild and see where this team is going to go in the next few years? Like, is he going to get frustrated and ask for a trade? That's what we don't know, But it seems like Dejounte Murray is on his way out of Atlanta. It could be in the next couple of days. The trade deadline is definitely approaching, so it's looking like he might be going to LA, to the Lakers. And the crazy part about it is, I was wondering if we was gonna get D'Angelo Russell, because I had been seeing his name roaming around, but I'm like, I do not want to see a D'Angelo Russell and Trae Young backcourt. I just don't want to see that. I just don't want to see that. But yeah, it seems like the Hawks want to find a third team to um take on D'Angelo Russell's contract. So D'Angelo seems like he won't be here in Atlanta regardless. So let me know how you feel about this trade, man. What you think the Hawks gonna do? What do you think Trae Young's gonna do? You think he's gonna be here for the long run for this team to rebuild? Because if you look at this team, man, this team is not a good team at all. It wasn't put together good. That Dejounte Murray trade, giving up those 3 first-round picks, I felt like that set the team back as well, because it's like you don't have any picks to move other players, like to move Clint Capella. I mean, Clint Capella hasn't really been playing the best ball. DeAndre Hunter, man, he's solid. He's okay. To me, he hasn't really lived up to that was he a fourth overall pick, third or fourth overall pick? He hasn't kind of lived up to that draft status and hype. You know, at one point in time, we was calling him Baby Kawhi, or some people was calling him Baby Kawhi, being a 3-and-D player, but he's just not as consistent, and he's kind of has an injury history where he's always injured. So, and Jalen Johnson, I just want to talk about his rise right now, like the things that he's doing. He's been playing great ball. So if I'm the Hawks, man, I'm going to take this time to try to figure out which pieces that we're going to keep. And I really think it's only two main pieces on this team right now that you should keep, and that's Trae Young and Jalen Johnson. I think everybody else is kind of expendable. I love Bogey. Bogey has been great off the bench this year. But if they trade Dejounte, it seems like Bogey's going to have to start. So I wonder how that's going to go with their type of rotation. Is Bogey going to start? Then who else are going to have coming off the bench? What's going on with A.J. Griffin? We really haven't seen A.J. Griffin this season like that. He was out the lineup for a while. Like, he wasn't even on the sideline. So we don't know what's up with that. But, yeah, let me know how you feel about this Dejounte Murray trade. Seems like he's on his way out of Atlanta. A lot of people feel like the Hawks did him wrong because he took a team-friendly deal with his contract. And then they're getting ready to trade him. But, I mean, who knows, man. It's I guess it's part of the business. It's part of the business. Lakers fans, do you want Dejounte Murray? Do you think Dejounte Murray is going to help y'all get over the hump, take y'all to the next level more than D'Angelo Russell? I mean, let me know how you feel about it on the Lakers side of things, because I know how I'm feeling on the Hawks side of things. I didn't really like the trade to begin with Dejounte Murray. To be honest, if it was me, if we had to make that trade, I forgot how many first-round picks. Was it 5 first-round picks that Cleveland had to give up for Mitchell? Or was it 4? I know they gave a lot of picks, but if it was my thing, like, I would have been trying to go out to play like Donovan Mitchell, even though that backcourt would have been super small with Donovan Mitchell and Trae Young. I mean, I like Mitchell's game. Or I just would have. I think that's what else kind of hurt the Pascal Siakam trade. We didn't really have the picks to give up, and I don't know. Maybe they just didn't want to go after Pascal here in Atlanta. But I mean, it was talks that the Hawks were trying to get Pascal Siakam. It didn't work. Now he's in Indiana. So I mean, but we're gonna see what these Hawks gonna do, y'all. We're gonna see what they do. But this is your boy EJ the DJ, man. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and share the videos, man. I'm on the road to 200 subscribers. All right, I'm out.